What if I told you the government could help pay your rent checks every single month while you build wealth? Most people ignore this. Rich investors don't. How the rich make millions. Using Section 8, real estate. What rich people understand is very simple. They look for money that keeps coming in every month, even when the economy is weak. Section 8 works like this. The government helps qualified families pay rent. Instead of depending only on a tenant's paycheck, part or most of the rent comes from a government housing program. Imagine you own a small house that rents for $1,500 per month. A family lives there, and the housing program pays most of that rent. You still receive money each month while providing a home. This means your rental income may be more stable than relying only on tenants who could lose a job. To apply this strategy, first learn how the local housing program works. Then find areas where Section 8 vouchers are accepted, and finally buy a property that meets program standards. People use this strategy because steady rent payments can make it easier to cover expenses and plan for the future. The benefit is having a rental property that may continue producing income even during difficult economic times. The first action is learning where Section 8 tenants want to live and what properties qualify. Step 1 is finding a city or neighborhood where rental demand is strong. Think of it like opening a lemonade stand where people are already walking. If nobody walks by, nobody buys lemonade. In real life, an investor might study neighborhoods where families are actively searching for housing. Step 2 is checking the expected rent and comparing it to the property's costs. For example, if a property costs $900 per month to own and rents for $1,500, there may be room to cover expenses and generate income. Step 3 is making sure the property can pass inspection and provide a safe home. This matters because the program requires certain standards. The gain is avoiding costly surprises and increasing the chance of reliable rental income. The second strategy is buying the right property instead of simply buying the cheapest one. Many beginners make the mistake of chasing the lowest price. Rich investors often focus on numbers and demand. Imagine two houses. One costs less but sits in a neighborhood where few people want to rent. Another costs more but has strong demand from families using vouchers. The second house may perform better over time because people are actively looking to live there. To do this, compare neighborhoods, estimate maintenance costs, and understand local rental rules. You should do this because a property with stronger demand may stay occupied more consistently. If you do not do this, you could end up owning a property that sits empty. If you do it correctly, you may earn more stable income and reduce the risk of long vacancies. A smart investor also treats the property like a business, not like a lottery ticket. Before making a decision, they ask simple questions. Is the property safe? Can the rent cover the expenses? Will families want to live there? Imagine two people buying houses. One gets excited and buys quickly without checking anything. The other reviews inspection reports, repair costs, and rental demand before making an offer. The second person may avoid expensive mistakes because they look at facts first. This behavior creates an advantage because it helps prevent overpaying and unexpected repair bills. Instead of losing money through bad decisions, they gain more control over their investment and improve the chances of long-term growth. Imagine a man named David who works a regular job and saves money every month. Before learning this strategy, all of his income comes from his paycheck. If he misses work, his income stops. He spends time learning about Section 8 housing, studies neighborhoods, and saves enough money for a small rental property. After buying a property, he rents it to a qualified family using a housing voucher. Every month, rent payments arrive and help cover the property's expenses. Over time, the loan balance gets smaller while the property may increase in value. Before, David depended on one source of income. After he has income from both his job and a rental property. The result changed because he purchased an asset that produces cash flow instead of spending all of his money on things that lose value. The biggest lesson is that wealthy people often focus on owning assets that may generate income over time. Section 8. Real estate is not magic, and it does not guarantee success. It still requires research, good property selection, maintenance, and responsible management. What changes is the way you think. Instead of asking, "What can I buy today?" you begin asking, "What can I own that may pay me tomorrow?" That simple shift can change financial decisions for years.